Hello. So I actually got my Dragonfly sweater done, the one I was talking to you guys about doing, and I finished it. So I'll show it to you. And on the shoulders is where the little dragonfly stitch, it's kind of hard to tell what it is. My hair's in the way. But they're just little, I put them right at the shoulder spot. They're supposed to be little body pieces, but they're kind of hard to see. But I still think it looks cute. Like, it's on each side. It's not exactly the way it should look because I did it with half double crochets instead of double crochets, which is probably why these are hard to see. But I'm not a fan of like the way double crochets look for some reason. They're not my favorite. I prefer working with half doubles on shirts, but I got it done. I'm really happy with it. It's a little bit oversized, but that's on purpose because I wanted it to be a little bit baggy because I like baggy sweaters. I like the coziness of the baggy sweaters, and it is very warm. I'm telling you right now, it is very warm. I am kind of hot right now just wearing this. So keep that in mind. Like, it is very warm. And I will say, after working with this yarn, after working with the loops and thread yarn, and it's saying it's a bulky 5, I can agree. I can agree that it's a bulky 5, but maybe like a lightweight bulky 5, because it is a little bit thicker than what I would consider a bulky, like a thicker 4-weight. But it didn't seem like that when I was just looking at the strand. But once you work it up, you can tell it's definitely bulky. So I did the entire thing with this. Get my face out of the picture. Maybe it'll focus on the camera or focus on this. I don't know. I need to go get my other camera to make these videos, but I've just been too... Anyway, I used this one, and it's an 8mm hook. This is the Loops and Threads 8mm hook. And I will say, it is comfortable because I hold my crochet hook in a knife grip. So it is pretty comfortable, actually. It fits my hand pretty well. The only thing I would say is this section right here, the neck, it's a little bit short. So like if you're trying to do, because I did attempt to do like a partial bobble stitch with this. I did a full bobble stitch, and it was a little bit hard to do with this because it's just so short right here. I had to like smush the yarn. So I think if this part had been just a bit longer, it would have been perfect. But this is the Loops and Threads 8mm hook. But other than that, it works really well. I really liked it. It was comfortable in my hand. So it worked out quite wonderfully, actually. And yeah, so that's my Dragonfly sweater. I did these from the bottom up also. I'm just pointing this out. This is why they look a little strange, I'm sure, is because 1, I did it with half double crochets and not doubles, and 2, I did it from the bottom up instead of from the top down. I don't recommend doing it that way. I wrote it out in my pattern that way, because I wrote everything down that I did. But if I were to make this again, I would do just the top section maybe in the half double, or not the half doubles, but the doubles, and then do it from the top down to make it easier to count, and maybe make them maybe a little bit lower and more centered. So maybe like have them down here or here. I would have to rewrite because I did the color changes a little weird, but I don't know. I can show the actual pattern if people want to see the actual pattern that I wrote out and how I did it, but it's weird. I did it myself, and it's very strange. And then I would add an extra collar piece here. Like I would maybe do one more row of single crochets because I did the collar edging in the purple. It's the purple color around the back and front, but I would maybe do, one more just to make it stick out a little more, because it doesn't stick out a lot. it doesn't show up a whole lot. So I would maybe do that differently as well. But I did the rib stitches so that they are horizontal instead of vertical ribs. Because again, I worked the sleeves from the shoulder seam down, and then I also did the bottom that way, where I did the horizontal ribbing instead of the vertical ribbing. I like the way it looks. I like the texture it gives it. I like the bumpy texture look on, like, just the horizontal look. I like the other way too, but you know what I'm saying. And I wanted to maybe show you guys some of the other shirts that I've made. I have done other things. I have a cardigan and a tank set in there that I would have to dig out, which is why I don't have it. I'd have to dig it out of a bag and bring it in here. So that's the one that I'm not going to show you today. But these are some of the more recent ones that I've done. And I have my first cardigan that I ever crocheted in here as well. So I'm going to start with a smaller piece that I did. And this one I did in leftover red heart, just Super Saver red heart yarn, the same color yarn that I did the landslide hat and gloves in. And I would wear this over, say, like over a plain black, maybe a plain black collared shirt or something of that nature, because it is like a crop top shirt. But it was so cute, I couldn't pass it up. And I made it permanent. I didn't do the ties, so I did that differently instead of like what was on the pattern. But it's just a little bat, and if you have it laid out, it's just a little bat. I didn't do the top, I didn't do the head because I just didn't want it there, but it's little bat shapes. And I could put this over like a black top or a white top to be just cute little accessory. And this pattern actually came from, my nose, man, SkumpStitch, and I will link that. I actually bought the pattern for this, so it was very cute. It's very easy to do. I swear, 'tis the season for my nose to just rebel against me. But then I figured I would show you guys the first cardigan that I've ever did. If I can get this all in this one picture, I'll stand up here. It's just the first one I've ever crocheted. This one came from Evelyn and Peter, the pattern did. This was their, I can't remember the exact one. But it's really cute because it has like these little bumpies in it. These aren't baubles, they're different than baubles, but it's got these little bumps in it, and it's really cute. This is the first one I ever did. It has pockets. So I can put stuff in the pockets. Not stuff that can fall through the holes, but like I can put my phone in there. And it's got little pockets. I was very happy with this, the way this came out. This I did in Lion Brand's the recycled polyester in charcoal or something like that. I'd have to actually, I don't have the wrapper anymore, but I wear this quite frequently around the house. When I get cold, I just pop it on. Very convenient. I love it. And then I made this myself, my own pattern, based off of another shirt. I'll show you the first shirt that I did, but this one I made myself. It was my own. I need to re-put that in. I need to re-put that into the side because it came out, my little stitch, but it's just a little collared shirt with half sleeves. I did half sleeves on it. So it's just a little collared shirt with half sleeves that are kind of balloon sleeves, I guess, if that's, or puffy sleeves, whatever you want to call them. They stop there, and it's just, this one I did my own. I didn't, and it's done in half doubles, and it is done with Premier's Cotton Fair in gray or slate, I think. I actually have, hold on, I have the label for that. Oops. Premier Cotton Fair and it is 317 yards. It is a fine weight, so it's a 2 weight. It is 52% cotton and 48% acrylic. You can machine wash it warm and dry it flat. I usually throw mine in the dryer on low, but sometimes I will dry them flat because I don't have a lot of space to lay the stuff out. But yeah, it does suggest to dry it flat, and it suggests a 4.5 millimeter hook or a US size 7 because a size 7 doesn't have a number in the U. I will never understand the US's sizing. For the life of me, I will never understand it. So a 4.5 millimeter hook, and you can iron this apparently, so that's cool. It doesn't say not to, it just says don't put it in the dryer. So, and I used a 3 millimeter hook. That's what I used on this. And I do have the pattern for that too. It's just, again, I don't know how to do sizing for other people. Like, I don't know how to size them so that they're inclusive. I just do all this based off my own measurements. I don't know how to size them up. Like, I'm sure there's a really easy way to do it using the gauge. So like the little 4x4 square, however many stitches that is, and you could probably size it up that way. I've never done it. I have a hard enough time doing my own. So if somebody wanted these for themselves, if you know how to size up a pattern, great. I could totally put this out and then be like, hey, here, you can size it. I need to figure out how to do it. If anybody knows how to do it, you can put it in the description and let me know so I can figure it out, because I've tried Googling it and it's just like, just use a bigger hook or da-da-da. And I'm like, that's not, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Crochet math is hard enough for me as it is. I'm still in the process of figuring that out. It took me a minute to figure out how to get the sleeves the way I wanted them on this one. And then this is one of the first ones that I did. First shirt I did. And I made it a little poofy sleeved pirate shirt. No collar on it, but I did put these little stringies because I couldn't find a pattern for something like this. I couldn't find a good pattern for like a pirate shirt, and I wanted a kind of pirate shirt slash just a, why are you barking at me? No, that's the tortoises. Quit being grumpy. It's the tortoises. But I wanted the sleeves, the poofy sleeves. So I made my own. And this is also done in half double crochets. I really like half double crochet. It's probably my favorite stitch to work with. Ma'am. I will pick you up. I will. I will do it. You will get picked up. That's what I thought. She doesn't like being picked up all that much. So this is the newest creation. Those were my other shirts. I do have one more in there that I didn't bring out. I did a tank and a color. It's not really like a color. I mean, it's kind of like a color block. The pattern of the thread did it itself. And I did this one, the last one I just showed you, in creme cotton. The creme cotton. But I'm not sure of the exact makeup of creme cotton at the moment because I didn't keep the paper. I have another skein in there, but I'd have to go dig it out. And this is all that I have left of the black charisma yarn. This is it. This is all I have left after making this sweater. This is the last bit of yarn that I have left after making this sweater, because the rest of it is just my little yarn scrappies. Oop, I'm dropping them everywhere. The rest of it's just my yarn scraps from changing colors. So, ma'am, you will be picked up. I will hold you. Mm-hmm. That's right. And she laid back down. So there's that. And I'm going to start on a cardigan with my tweed from Soho. I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about this. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm going to make such a pretty cardigan with these two colors, the gray and the lavender. But yeah, I wanted to show you what I had. If anybody knows how to size up patterns or has a good resource for it, because I've been Googling and I'm not really finding, I guess I'm not finding something that makes sense in my head. So if you are somebody that knows how to size up patterns, or you have a good resource for sizing up patterns to make them, because I really would like to put these out, but have them be as size inclusive as possible, because I want everybody to be able to use it. I don't just want a specific subset of people to be able to use it, you know. I'm tiny. I'm really, really tiny. So I know if I put my pattern out and you're around my size, you'd be able to do it. But like, I want everybody to be able to use it. So if somebody's really good at that, or you have a resource for that, and something that I could like look up and learn how to be like, yeah, do this instead, that'd be great. Because I rely a lot on just stitch counts and my own measurements for things. And I don't know if you can size it using the gauge swatch, which I would think you could, but again, I don't know. A lot of that just depends on people knowing their own measurements, I guess, taking their own measurements and knowing what their body size is. So I think maybe that's why I'm having such a hard time about it, because I don't know. I wouldn't be able to be like, yes, this many stitches for your size. You know, like I could take an average. I could do the average and be like, it takes X amount of stitches to get to, I don't know, 48 inches or whatever. But I'm going on a tangent now. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys what I had done. I wanted to show you some of the shirts that I did, because I know I had mentioned I had done them. And I'm really happy with this, the way it turned out. I have a new favorite. It's so warm. Like I am quite warm in this right now. And normally I'm a very cold person, so I can tell you that the Charisma yarn by Loops and Threads is quite warm. So if you want something that's cozy and squishy and warm, perfect thread. Perfect yarn. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go, and I will see you guys later. Maybe once I get my cardigan done with my tweed, we'll show that off. I will show that off on camera. So yeah, I'm really excited. Have a great day. I will see you all later. Bye.